Okay, guys, we're going to go over some of your problems on your test yesterday, and then I want you to pause the video and work the problems on the papers that match up. We're going to start with elimination. No, that's not what I wanted. So, number one, first thing we're going to do is, let's hide this so I can see my pen. We're going to cancel. Remember step one, cancel. Step two, add. Step three, solve. That gets you your first variable, and then you get your second by, let's write that down too. Let's see. Plug in to get that second one, right? Okay, so cancel. Who's going to cancel? The y's. They're gone, right? A positive y and a negative y make each other go away. So then I've got 8x plus 3x gives me 11x. Negative 16 plus 5 gives me negative 11. So now I have 11x. 11 times x equals negative 11. So I divide by 11, and x equals negative 1. All right, I canceled, I added, and I solved. Now I have to plug in. And please remember, it does not matter. Let's see, this was plus y, and this was minus y. It doesn't matter which one you choose, you pick. And I think the first one would be easier. So x equals negative 1. So instead of saying 8 times x, I'm going to say 8 times negative 1. I have plugged in. Instead of x, I put in negative 1. Plus y equals negative 16. So negative 8 plus y equals negative 16. Add the 8, and y equals negative 8. So my answer, x is negative 1, y is negative 8. Okay? All right, let's try the second elimination problem we had on a test. And again, cancel, add, solve, plug in. All right, cancel. Who's going to cancel? Those 4's cancel each other out, so they're gone. Negative 8, negative 2y plus 8y gives me a 6y. Negative 12 plus negative 24 gives me a negative 36. Divide both sides by 6, and y equals negative 6. All right, last time I solved for x, so I had to plug in x. This time I solved for y, so I'm going to have to plug in y. I think the second one would be easier, so instead of saying 8 times y, I'm going to be saying 8 times negative 6. So 8 times negative 6 is minus 40, or negative 48. So I have the two-step equation, 4x minus 48. Again, where did I get that 48 from? 8 times y is 8 times negative 6. So 4x minus 48 equals negative 24. I'm on that plug-in part right now. So adding the 48 to both sides, I've got 4x is equal to a positive 24. Dividing by 4, whoa, what happened? Go back. Dividing by 4, and x is equal to 6. So my answer is x is 6 and y is negative 6, okay? All right, next problem. Substitution. All right, so before you do the substitution, I want you to take your paper and do the 2 elimination problems. So pause the video and do the elimination problems. All right, so I hope you're back, and I hope you did those elimination problems well. Now we're going to look at substitution. How do I know I want to do substitution? Well, none of my coefficients cancel each other out, and I do have the y's alone. So instead of saying y equals 2x minus 15, this y and this y both equal 5x. So I'm going to say 5x equals 2x minus 15, right? That's my substitution. I took out this y and I placed in the 5x. All right, now I got the variables on both sides, so I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. Negative 15. All right, so dividing by 3, x equals negative 5. Okay, so now plug in. I have y equals 2 times x minus 15, y equals 5 times x. I can use either one of them and plug in that negative 5. So y equals 5 times negative 5. So that gives me y equals to a negative 25. And my answer is x is negative 5 and y is negative 25. Okay? Substitution. Sub in for a y or for an x if that's what it gives you. Solve the equation. Go back to plug in to find your second variable. Let's try one more of those. All right, this one's a little bit different looking. Instead of the y being on the end, the y is in the middle, but it's still that same y. So I'm going to say 3x minus 2, empty parentheses, equals 2. What did I leave out of this equation? I left out that y. Why did I leave it out? Because I'm going to sub in, excuse me, sub in negative 1x plus 4. All right, we've got some solving equation business to do. So I've got 3x. Negative 2 times negative 1 gives me a plus 2x. Negative 2 times 4 gives me a minus 8 equals 2. Remember, don't call me after midnight. Don't. We distributed. Call me. Collect like terms. 5x minus 8 equals 2. After is add or subtract. This time I got to add 8. So 5x equals 10. Divide by 5 and x equals 2. So I got my x. Y equals negative 1 times x plus 4. I'm going to use that one. It does not matter which one I use. I just think this one will be easier. So I'm going to say y equals negative 1 times what? X is 2. So negative 1 times x means negative 1 times 2 plus 4. Negative 2 plus 4 gives me 2. So my answer to this one, x is 2 and y is 2. Okay? All right, go to your paper, pause this video, go to your paper, and solve the 2 substitution problems. Hopefully that helped. When you get back, we'll work on the graphing. Okay, hopefully you solved those well. Remember, starting point and rise over run. My starting point is a positive 1, so I put a point on positive 1. This is my y-intercept, so it's always on the y-axis. My slope Remember, there's a 1 there, so it's 1 over 1. Up 1. Okay. And I'm going to draw a line through there. I know I have a line tool. I know that looks really, really bad. All right, let's go with a different color. Y equals negative 2x plus 4. So I'm going up to 4. Negative 2. Look at your poster for negative. Down and right. Down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. What's my solution? 1 and 2. Make sure on your paper when you go to graph the problems on your paper that you write me what the solution is. I need this answer, okay? All right, let's try one more of those. Y equals 1/3 x minus 2. Where am I going to start? On the y-axis at negative 2. After that, my rise over run, 1 over 3. Rise over run. Starting at negative 2. Up 1, right 3. Up 1, right 3. Down 1, left 3. Down 1, left 3. And a little bit better. There's my line. Okay. All right, what if I do 1/3 plus 3? That means that my y-intercept is up at a positive 3. Remember, this number is always on the y-axis. It's the y-intercept. Again, I got to go up 1 and right 3. Down 1 and left 3. So got my line, and they are parallel. What does it mean when you have a line that is parallel, or two lines that are parallel? No solution. Okay, one more. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Here we go. 1/4 x. So there's nothing over here. There's no starting point. So you just got to remember that means it's going to run through that origin. So we're here at 0, 0. Up 1 and right 4. Down 1 and left 4. Okay. Well, not really. I can't get to 8. It goes to 7. So 8 would be probably here and here. And we'll do our best at drawing that line. All right. Positive 5. Y-intercept. Positive 5, down 1, right 1. How is it down and right? Because that's a negative 1 over 1. Okay, where do those two lines intersect each other? X is 4, Y is 1. Okay? All right. Pause this video and do your last two problems. Turn that in, and then you need to do your Edpuzzle paper on your review of solving equations. Good job, guys.